Hello guys, welcome back. Eduardo Ferraz from CTI USA. If you are new here, you know what you have to do. Click on the button to subscribe in our channel. Also, give your like and put your comment here. I want to know which position you guys are working right now. So let's continue our series. Last video we were talking about galley's tour. How can you build your career, become a waiter, maybe become a manager. But starting from the bottom, guys, is a galley's tour for the male. And today we can see some progress here. You guys already work one contract or maybe two. It depends, how much effort you are putting in your game, you're putting into your work, how much have you grown in your English and your personality. And right now we see here a waiter and waitress. But you guys is going to start, right? Let's start as assistant. So when you guys go to a restaurant and you see all that table settled, so those guys here, they settle that table with glassware, shineware, silverware, everything that table they prepare for you. And then you sit at that table with your family. Sorry, you sit at that table with your family, and many times the waiter is gonna come, and take order from you. But as you are learning, now you start to become an assistant waiter. As you are learning, time to time they're gonna give you guys opportunity, so you can go ahead and take order. You can go ahead and present the menu. And you're working as assistant waiter, the first thing you have to master, guys, is your menu. The restaurant that you're working, the dining room that you're working. Some guys, they start to work as assistant waiter, but they are going to replace a buffet. Like, that is the way they get exposed into the dining room. Like, let's say that dining room has a buffet, they are going to refill the buffet. The rice is gone, they're going to replace more. In this meantime, they're going to talk with, the guests. The guests may ask them to do something else, but they start to get familiar with that environment. But let's go directly to the point when you guys literally start to get very close to become a waiter, right? And I'm not talking about levels like people work for 3 or 4 star, 5-star place. So I'm just talking about in general. So as you start to learn, you have to master it, pick up like this, the menu, and read the menu. You have to basically do that, understand everything, but literally do that. Pick up the menu and eat that menu. Understand all beverages, understand all star, understand all pastas, all fish, all meat, everything you have in your menu, you have to read. Read that if someone asks you, you already know the whole flow of your menu. Be always in touch with your kitchen, with your galley. Understand how they prepare the food, how they prepare the meat, which ingredients, what type of herb they use, things like that is extremely important. When you go take an order, you have a lot of authority to take an order from someone. And if you want to grow really quick, guys, you have to jump this right in the beginning. It's an article talking about you have in your first 3 months of working in a place, that is the best time to show who you are. Because if you that type of people, they say, oh, I'm just getting here, let me adapt myself. People who go initiate themselves slow, they're not gonna go too far. Of course, I know a lot of people, they start doing a lot of things, then they slow down. But I'm talking about for those people who's going to make a difference. For those people who already started as a galley tour, and right now they are jumping ahead, they just start to get promoted. So as you start to be taught, as someone starts to teach you something, jump into, as I was mentioning here, and I was literally eating the menu. Eat the menu, understand everything, learn about wine, go watch videos. Usually the cruise line and the hotels, they have courses. Go take that courses. If you take 40 hours, you spend 56 hours on that course. But pay attention on the questions, pay attention on everything they're gonna teach you, because those information is going to be really helpful for you by the time you're going to take order from your guests, by the time that you're going to present all products that you have. And a good waiter, think about it, you are assistant, but you want to be a waiter, right? And many times you're going to see yourself doing the same job. You're going to say, why am assistant? Because you're learning, right? You're learning, you're getting traction. You're not good yet. So it's gonna take a while. Some people take 1 year, some people take 2, some people go really quick. Everything depends about your personality. Everything depends how much time of how much time are you willing to spend to improve and understand that place specifically. Why I say that place specifically? Work on a ship, guys, you know, you have a Chinese restaurant, you have a Japanese restaurant, you have an Italian restaurant, you have a Brazilian restaurant, you have a different type of cuisine. And maybe you're gonna work as assistant waiter in a Chinese restaurant. You're gonna learn everything about Chinese food. But doesn't mean that you can go tomorrow and work in a Brazilian restaurant. Why? Because you have to master that menu. Work in a place where you're the face of the place. You have to understand the product. And it takes a while so you get, you know, comfortable going in front of your clients, your seller, and presenting them the menu. Because all the basic things, take the place from here, serve from here, take that, this is basic. We're talking here about personality, and a ship will is packed. A lot of people coming in, and you have to handle 2 to 3 tables at the same time. How can you do that? You know, how can you understand the need of your client before they start to wave their hand? Hey, I need you to bring more water. Hey, I need this, I need that. So this is experience, and it takes time. You're gonna learn, right? So the most important thing is that master your menu. And time to time, get really close with your manager. Understand what your manager is struggling. How can you help them? How can you help your co-worker? How can you work together? How can you make your guests feel special? And based on that, you are going to have the right spirit to take and handle the complaints. People are gonna bring complaints. You see those guys here? This lady, this guy. So they are working as assistant waiter and assistant waitress, learning, and many times they probably are wondering this, I'm doing much more than the real waiter, so I'm doing more than them. But why is that? Because we are giving you exposure, right? When you're learning, you have to expose yourself. If someone works 3 hours, go work 4 or 5. Expose yourself more. As more exposure you have, as more time exposed, faster you're gonna learn, more confidence you're gonna get, and authority. So when you discuss something with your client in the nice way, of course, discussion like presenting your product, you are going to have authority. You're going to convince them. Many times I go to a restaurant and I don't really know what I'm going to eat. But talking to a good waiter, I say, hey, what can you suggest me? And then they say, this is not a good waiter, right? And you don't want to be that person. You want to keep growing, and be assistant waiter is just a step so you can become a waiter, right? And remember, all these guys who work in the dining room, they get tips, they get more extra money. That's very exciting. So guys, so let me know which position are you working right now, and if you work as a waiter, put a comment here. Tell me about the SOPs and everything you're working, which cuisine you're working as a waiter. You know, what else can I share with our audience here? What else can I talk about? Any other thing that you guys know that I haven't mentioned here, but I would like to share? Because everything, as I mentioned in the first video, is about the passion, the dedication. You know, you care about your guests, you care about what's being served to them. And of course, every time when something goes wrong, you're gonna be able to handle that complaint and be able also to solve on your own. And when the things get bigger, you have to, you know, pass to your manager, but you're gonna be able to handle on your own and just, you know, I know how to handle complaints. I know how to achieve my guest expectation, and that's really important. So don't forget, if you're watching us for the first time, click on the button here and then subscribe on our channel, give your like and put your comment. Your comment is extremely important. Let me know what's your position. And if you start as a galley steward, let me know as well. And then right now, in position we are. Because I've seen some guys who work for Carnival, they start as a galley steward. Today they are team head waiter, so they're growing really quick. And I want to know about you, which cuisine you work and how they call the position. Is like assistant waiter or junior waiter, so how we call that position that assists the position above. Okay, thank you so much guys for watching us. So subscribe on our social media, Instagram, Telegram and TikTok, but don't forget, be here on our social media, on our YouTube channel. It's really important to us.